Hi, friends. This reflections for the 14th Sunday of Ordinary Time, Year C. So, as we look at the Gospel of Luke, we continue to see this theme of commission. Last week, Jesus gives his disciples and apostles a commission. This Sunday, we see that 72 other disciples went about and preached about Jesus, about the kingdom of God. I am sending you like lambs among wolves. Carry no money bag, no sack, no sandals, and greet no one along the way. I think what we see here in this gospel from the Gospel of Luke is that we're also kind of reminded of the phrase in another gospel that labor is plenty, but the laborers are few. And I think what we see here is that many Catholics are really, what we see here in today's culture is that there's not many Catholics engaged in evangelization, unfortunately. I think it's because of the fear, the fact that they're afraid to be rejected. But we are reminded that we shouldn't be afraid. There's 365 reminders. It's like a daily reminder. Like you wake up in the morning, be not afraid, be not afraid. And what we see is that Jesus reminds them that the kingdom of God is at hand. And that's actually his first words when he begins his public ministry after after battling Satan for 40 days in the desert. He even acknowledged the fact that he does see Satan fall from the sky. I think what we have to understand also is that we are engaged in spiritual warfare. And I think if we saw the events of what has happened, that has unfolded in previous weeks, such as the overturning of the Roe v. Wade Supreme Court decision, along with Casey versus Planned Parenthood, and we also see woke ideologies infiltrating education just to brainwash people, indoctrinate them, especially in the secular schools. And we're also seeing that too today with professors who are proud Marxists, communists, socialists, and even anti-Catholic. What we have to understand is that we have to engage them. We can't just, be on the sidelines like the second string or team is. But we have to be ready to engage. And we can't just run away from reverse fire. No, we have to engage. So friends, as we reflect on this gospel for the 14th Sunday of Ordinary Time, we have to understand one thing, and that is we have to be battle ready. We have to be ready to engage Satan 24/7 every day. It's not just like you go to Mass on Sunday, you're good. No, your faith is every day. It's a daily habit. It's a daily practice. Think of it as the people that go to the gym every day, the gym rats. You should be perfecting your faith every day, just as the bodybuilders perfect their strength every day. But of course, they have to start out somewhere and then work their way up. Likewise, Catholics must do the same thing. Receive the sacraments on a frequent basis. Go to confession on a weekly basis. Receive communion as frequent as you can. Pray every day. Make a holy hour once a week. And in time, maybe you want to build that up. Pierre Frassati reminds us that there is another thing that should unite us, and it is holy love. Holy because it is the everlasting fire which ought to consume a Christian heart. The first step in evangelization is loving ourselves, and then we start loving our neighbors. And that also includes our enemy. As Gilbert Keith Chesterton reminds us, that we must learn to love our enemies and our neighbors because they're practically the same people. So friends, are you battle ready? Are you ready to fight for the Catholic faith? Are you ready to stand against the tide? Are you ready to swim against it? Are you ready to, instead of being this whole polite person sitting in the corner with their arms like this, smiling and everything, but the moment someone disses the Catholic faith, were you ready to stand up with charity and mercy? Because let's face it, you are surrounded by people who claim to be Catholic, yet at some point fell away from it. What will your response be? And if I could just offer this, don't debate on social media. It sucks. Trust me. It sucks. And it can get ugly. Now, you can offer something like, hey, I don't think you understand the church teachings or whatever. Because guess what? Being a Catholic, there's no excuse for being a real Catholic. Fulton Sheen reminds us that there are millions of people who hate what the church stands for. Are you one of those people? Will you be one of those 1 in a million that will cherish and love what the church stands for? Friends, it's time to respond to your call of duty as faithful Catholic soldiers. Are you ready to rise up? Are you ready to stand up against Satan? Are you ready to receive the sacraments with great piety? Are you ready to bring people to the faith for the first time, or even the first time since who knows when? Are you ready to encourage people to return to the faith? Are we ready to love like Jesus has? Today, you can take that first step. Get ready for battle, friends. We have just begun.